Yo, yo, this is WyySoSirius. You are tuned into the COD Show podcast.
Kill him. Man, you the first person to ever get that right off the top. Like,
welcome to the COD Show. COD Show, COD Show, yeah. Welcome to the COD Show, player.
All right, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it. Yes. Hey, welcome back to the COD Show podcast. I'm your guy, Onasis, aka Onasis. Kill him, the host of the COD Show podcast. We have a special guest here. Let's talk about him real quick, man. I'm gonna give you the rundown. Real quick. He's a passionate content creator, one of the most relevant guys of this era. Okay, I'm talking about the era behind me. You know, it's eras to this thing. So you have the next in line. You have the guys that are doing it now. Then you have the next in line. Okay, all right. He's one of the guys of this era. He actually blew the lid off of the Activision gaming, the game killing patent. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. All right, Twitch streamer, YouTuber. Okay, COD Show podcast. Give a warm welcome to my guy. WyySoSirius. What's happening, man? What's going down? Welcome to the show,
man. How you doing today? Appreciate you for having me, man. Seriously.
Oh man, no doubt. I've been trying to get. I'm like, hey, man, hey. I'm in the comments. Hit you on Twitter. Hey, what's up, man? Come on the show. Let's talk about this thing, man. But let's get into you real quick, man. Let's talk about it, man. When did you start playing Call of Duty?
So the first Call of Duty was Modern Warfare 2. So this was 2009. So it's been a little over a decade now.
Yes. Modern Warfare 2. Salute to that, man. How did you come to find... Man, my bad. I'm tripping. Let's talk about Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2. How was that experience, man?
Oh, my God. Compared to what it is now, I'm sat here ready to drink my tears. Shoot.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh my goodness. It was the best way to describe it? Simple. It was simplistic and very responsive. There you go. Very responsive.
Wow. Simplistic and responsive.
Yeah. Whatever you could tell, basically you could tell by a certain person's point of view when they're playing the game, okay, this is this person. And you don't even need a webcam.
Right.
You could tell who's who just by watching them move around the map. Okay. I miss that. I miss that creativity that Call of Duty used to have and lend to every player, you know?
And I spoke on this during one of the videos I posted a couple of weeks ago. I was talking about the innocence of the Call of Duty community or the integrity of the game. And back when I know what you're talking about. What you're talking about was you knew for sure that this game was the game. It had a certain innocence. And when I started playing multiplayer online, Modern Warfare 3, I felt it. I felt it all the way up until maybe Ghost or something like that. You know what I mean? Or maybe BO2. BO2. Yeah, BO2. It started to thin away, chip away a little bit after BO2. But Modern Warfare 2 was your first Call of Duty experience ever?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Oh, so you never played before Modern Warfare 2, or was no campaign?
So let me give you the background story to Call of Duty, because I always say this to people. I'm actually a Nintendo guy. So I started off on Nintendo 64 and then GameCube. I was playing Super Smash Brothers 64 and Smash Melee, like
same.
Going to tournaments locally. I live in New Jersey, by the way. So I was going to tournaments in my town, going to the GameStop tournaments. You might be familiar with the store. It's called Funko Land. I don't know if that's going to ring any bells, but it's old school stuff. Yeah, Funko Land.
God damn.
So I guess not. Maybe it's a New Jersey thing. But it was me and my closest friend, Elliot, and we used to go to these tournaments. It's funny, I was an anti-shooter game person. Oh. I never wanted to play FPS. I don't really know why. I think I was just hooked on, fighting games.
Okay.
So I'm winning a lot of these tournaments, and I'm a kid at this point. I was born 92, so this is 98. I'm 6 years old. My parents were sometimes taking me to these tournaments, right? So I'm playing against guys way older than me, having a little bit of success, winning some, losing some. I'm feeling good about myself, growing up. And I basically went to a professional tournament, my first one at 13 years old. This was in Philadelphia. This was MLG Philadelphia. It was a 2-on-2 tournament for Smash Melee. Me and my buddy Elliot, our moms brought us. We didn't win nothing. We lost because this was the whole story of, you're the baddest dude in your town.
Yeah.
But when you show up to the stage where everybody's the baddest dude from their town.
Yeah.
Well, you tend to learn, and it was a great experience. But
it's one of those things where you think you're the man until the man shows up. Is that what happened?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and not just one man, about 100 plus.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, where every single person there, and mind you, it was a great culture, but golly, they could play the game. Like they're just doing stuff I never even seen before. So I had a great experience. But the reason I'm bringing this up, at that same event, they had Halo 2 going on, right?
Right.
So another one of my old friends, Evan, I just got to shout these guys out because these are my homies, man.
Give it to him.
He used to bug me all the time, and then I'll never forget. This is how it all went down. I'm gonna send this to him so he sees it. He's gonna sit here and call me and give me a hard time because I'm bringing it up.
Aaron.
Seventh grade art class, man. It was him and this one guy. I think his name was Brian, and they used to rag on me. They used to say, "Oh, all you do is play fighting games, man. You couldn't make it in the FPS." And I just let it go. But they kept bringing it up. And you know what? I was like, all right, what do y'all play? And this is 2005, mind you. So the hot game is Halo 2 on the Xbox. Like, you already know. This is prime Xbox Live,
Yep.
So I'm just like, all right. I talked my parents into buying me an Xbox. And I remember playing my first online match. And I don't know if you ever played Halo, but oh my goodness. I could not walk and aim at the same time to save my own ass. I'm sitting here. I got the gun straight up. I'm like, wait, you got to press the left stick to walk and then the other one to aim. I'm like, wait, what is this? So, excuse me. Long story short, I get real deep into FPS after this. I fall in love with it because there was a whole nother, teamwork to it, Unfortunately, third generation gaming comes out. The Wii with Smash Brawl and what was it? Halo 3 on the Xbox 360. And I wasn't really fond of either game. So, sorry about that. I got the dry
it's all good
already.
It's all good, man.
What was I saying? Basically, the third generation games come out, and I'm not too fond of them. So I'm thinking about just giving it up because the tournaments kind of stopped for Smash Melee. I had some, troubles with my family at the time, and my buddy Elliot did as well.
Sure.
So we were both kind of going through it. Long story short, another friend of mine named Lemire, he put me on to him, and Elliot decided to tell me, hey, why don't you give this Call of Duty a shot? And it's crazy.
For sure.
I never gave COD a real chance just because I kind of felt like it was kind of a cheesy game. That's literally, yeah, right? This is coming from me, the guy over here yelling on the internet now, 10 plus years later. But I just thought it was like the lower skilled, less competitive kind of game, I guess. And I was kind of and then I guess I kind of wasn't wrong, but at the same time I found things that I enjoy competitively about it and casually as well. It was just fun.
Okay.
It was just fun to play. So I got into it. And that's how I got into Call of Duty. And that's just been, honest to God, it's literally been Call of Duty ever since because Halo fell off, Smash fell off, and Call of Duty got bigger, and it was the only game that like I said, it had that it factor, where it's like, okay, there's a mix of casual, but if you know certain things, you will be better, and you can get rewarded for that.
You can get better, and
yes,
precisely. It was a thrill to it for me. Like, I don't know if you're talking about the campaign or you're talking about multiplayer online.
Multiplayer online, strictly multiplayer. I didn't even use, what's sad? I've never played a campaign in Call of Duty. I'm going to get roasted for this one.
Get the fuck. Really?
I'm not. I might have played a mission or two. I kid you not, I've never played campaign. And people tell me about it all the time.
Oh, shit, man.
Yeah. You probably didn't expect to hear that.
Hell no. I've never heard anybody say they never played a campaign, ever played a campaign of Call of Duty, man. Hey, salute to you. Hey, that's the first time for every damn thing. You heard it here on the COD show podcast.
Yo, damn straight.
But I tell you the truth, man. I haven't, since I started playing multiplayer, I don't remember completing a campaign except for Ghost. I think Ghost was the last campaign I actually completed.
Wow. Okay.
I actually started a few. I didn't play the multiplayer in this year's. Was it Black Ops 4? Black Ops 4 didn't have a multiplayer, did it? Am I tripping? I
You're
can't
talking
remember.
about campaign.
Campaign.
Yeah, they didn't have a campaign. I think they released one after the fact, if I'm not mistaken.
I can't remember.
It was something like that.
Yeah, that was the last one I actually completed. Damn, so you never played campaign, straight into multiplayer. Were you good at the game at that point in time? So Modern Warfare 2 in 2000 and was it 9?
Yeah, about 2009. So when I first
you were like
started,
11? Hold up, my mouth.
You talking about how old was I?
Yeah,
I was
not 11, 8, fucking 16.
No, I was older than that. I was in high school at the time. So I'm 2000. I was born 92. This is 17, 16, 17 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was trying to see if you was a child prodigy or not, man. You know what I mean?
At Call of Duty, you know, and it's a shame, and it's probably gonna get brought up because it always does when I talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
I actually was pretty darn good at the game. I think my first match in Call of Duty ever on that game, I played, what was that map? I think it's called Karachi, if I'm not mistaken. Remember Karachi? It was like a bunch of blown up buildings and stuff. I swear that's the name of it. But my score, you know, it's funny. I think I came in first. I was either in first or second play with my friend. It was a team deathmatch. I went like 22-13. That was my first match. I had the...
What?
Yeah, wait. You can't believe it.
Wait. Did you just say your first match of multiplayer, you went 22-13?
I think so. I think I had 22 kills, 13 deaths. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't, you know what's funny? That happened to me in the whole game. I was mad. I was like, wait, how come I'm dying to these guys? So I'm sat here and the guys were trolling me and I didn't know any better because I'm new to Call of Duty. But yeah, I think I used a
smoke.
What was it? Was it M16?
Yeah.
With a Hollows graphics sight on it? Yeah. Because I was like, oh, well, I'm coming from Halo. Just give me a 3-burst gun and I could probably do some damage. And I did some damage.
Hey, man, I have to give you your flowers now because I'm going to give you a round of applause. I know you can't hear it, but I got my stream deck on and I'm giving you a round of applause because I'm thinking back on my first game of Modern Warfare, playing on Wi-Fi at my parents' house back in the day. Man. Modern Warfare 3, Christmas time. Christmas knew me, right? My first game, I think I was 2-16. Maybe worse than that, man. It might have been 2-32. I might be capping that death part, but I think I went 2. I know I had 2 kills for sure.
Yeah.
Double-digit deaths, man, my first game online. And I didn't get any better until, man, Modern Warfare 3. Was it BO? Black Ops 2 came out after that or something like that?
Yeah. But yeah, it was Modern Warfare 3 then Black Ops 2.
Well, I didn't get improved until Call of Duty Ghost. So, yeah.
I got you. It's all good. Hey, look, one of the things I try to tell people, and it's kind of ironic because most people don't know it about me because I don't really post gameplay at all. I mean, I just started kind of streaming again because I got my equipment set the heck up. But I was going to tournaments damn near my whole life. Like this has been a goal of mine to make it professionally doing this at some point. So I went extremely hard. I'm talking.
Yeah, that was good. That was gonna be one of my next questions.
Okay.
I heard you say that you strive to be a COD pro at some point, right?
So here's the thing. The way Call of Duty is, I'm hesitant, right? And for lots of reasons. So the game, and it's funny because this goes back to the video I was editing before I came on here. The whole story of Call of Duty on how it became what it is. So we're talking from like Modern Warfare, this is COD 4, up until Black Ops 2, like that core fundamental like foundation for Call of Duty. They don't have the same guys in studio, have not been there. Like the 2 guys, and I don't know if you heard of them, but Vincent Zampella and Jason West. So these are the 2 guys who essentially created Modern Warfare 2. They basically created the entire framework for what Call of Duty is.
Are those the guys that left and made the game? You know, I think they left right before Infinite Warfare. Titanfall, right?
Yes.
Are those the guys?
Yes, those are the two. Yeah. And so because they're not there, and essentially what's happened, the abridged version of what's happened is ever since they left, their assets have been being copied and reused and attempted to be quote unquote revamped.
Repurposed. Yeah. Yep.
To try to sell the game that they created to make sure people come back and buy it. But the problem is they don't use it in full. They try to tweak things here and there that don't need to be tweaked. And when they tweak these things, the game doesn't work the right way.
Come on now.
And now it's to the point where the higher skilled players are getting shafted. I mean, there's no other way for me to put it. So what am I supposed to do? All right, so let's just get into this whole competitive thing.
Yeah.
Drop some nukes on Activision because this was inevitable.
Okay.
Number one, it used to be you have a team, they have what they call LAN events.
Yes, right. LAN.
You go with your friends. You can go with whoever. If you see my cat in the background, he's just there doing his thing.
It's all good. I love cats, man.
But yeah, so anyone can do it. As long as, so before, I think it was 2015, you didn't have to be 18. From 2015 on, they changed it because they were starting to get more money involved and they assume, all right, we got to have an age cap or whatever.
Right.
But prior, parental consent form, you go, you do your thing. Bada bing, bada boom. Now, there's a whole franchise league. Now, you know how much it costs to get a franchise like team?
Like $20 million or something like that.
$25 million.
That's right.
Like, so first off, obviously, I'm just a regular dude. I play the game. I just graduated college last year. I work as a teacher's assistant in a public school.
Okay.
I ain't gonna have goddamn $25 million just sitting around somewhere.
Nah.
So, and damn near less than 0.00001% of the population has that. So, inevitably, in order to do that, well, someone's probably going to have to take a chance on you. And then knowing what I know about Activision, well, do you really want to be involved with people like that? Especially, we were talking competition at the quote unquote highest level.
Right.
How am I supposed to find faith? I don't even run it because I don't even want to have faith. It needs to be, if it's competition for me, I take it too serious. It has to be concrete. And I wish the pros would speak on this as well, because I'm a nobody, essentially, compared to them.
Okay.
In terms of the competitive scene, because they've had the history doing it. But how could you not take offense to the fact that the game is incomplete every year? How are you supposed to take it serious as a competitor? Like that's going to wear mentally. I wouldn't be able to deal with that. I would be getting fined. I would be at people's throats, like, because you're holding back the league, you know? I mean, if you have the right culture, then you're going to be able to increase revenue and views. I mean, another thing, I played basketball coming up. This is another thing I did aside from video games. I'm referencing basketball because look at the NBA back in the early days. They almost died off before Larry Bird and Magic Johnson came into play. And for the younger cats in here, they probably not going to know who the hell I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But I don't care. I got to reference it anyway. And then you had the Bulls. Yeah, Mike, Scotty, and Phil, and Dennis. So you had this whole culture shift.
Right.
So this is why I'm always talking about the whole gaming culture, because all it would take, and I say all it would take, like it's that simple. It's simple, but it's not easy. It's the most difficult thing to do. But if you get the right people, then okay, we can show Activision there's another way. But you have to want to have that type of mentality of, okay, you got to make your own money. You got to do YouTube. You got to stream. You got to bring in revenue on your own. And $25 million, that's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
Is that even possible? You see what I'm saying?
Hey,
so
I went to the FaZe event in Atlanta. This is before the country shut down. This is back in February of last year.
Oh, sweet.
So this is my first COD event, Call of Duty League event. So man, I'm walking around the venue and I'm seeing these teams. This is like droves of teams, and they're on these back hallways playing. Yep. What is that? It's teams, like teams and teams and teams. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah,
so that would be that's the challengers, or the quote unquote open bracket, what they call it.
Open bracket, okay.
So there's like an amateur circuit, essentially.
Gotcha.
The problem with the AM circuit is you're at the mercy of everybody who's above you.
So it's like AAU or something like that.
It might as well be.
Okay.
Because there's a whole lot of shady shit that goes on.
Have you ever been a part of anything like that? Like the
Unfortunately, no. I would have been in Black Ops 4, but one of my teammates ended up having a life-altering situation, so we didn't get to compete. We were going to actually go to Miami and then to Champs to compete, but we didn't, unfortunately.
Oh, God bless, man.
Yeah.
Okay. But damn, so competitive, going pro or being in a competitive environment or a pro environment is still something you're striving for, right?
Yeah. In my heart of hearts, I know like how good I am and what I can bring to a team, and also like the goal that I have. And I'm just like, well, if I still have the desire to do it, I'm not going to give it up until I at least have to see it through to a point where
you said
get to that like, the setting. And then if I have some success, me and my team, we actually get somewhere. When I get to the suits and I got to shake hands with the suits, at least I could say I did that, because I wouldn't want to sign, because also one of my goals is to have a brand. And we could get into that later on, because I think you wanted to talk about that. If I'm not mistaken, is one of my goals. But I wouldn't, with what I know about these guys, do I want to get involved with them? Oh, hell no.
The suits.
I'll say it out, I'll say it out front.
Yo, is that that's an Entourage reference, right? Suits.
Something, and I know what Entourage is, never really watched it, but you're probably right. Yeah, the suits. Once I got to go into the boardroom, because that's where everything ends up. The guys with the cash. Yeah. They own Activision owns the league. So.
For sure. Okay.
What they going to say? Are you going to say, I got to delete my YouTube videos? Because, I'm sure they know who I am at this point. I'm out here running, as they would say, probably trying to bully them or whatever.
Of course they know. They know, man.
Yeah. So.
Streaming, like you said, you have to bring in your own revenue, your own flow of revenue, because I think you mentioned that you were teaching. You're
teacher's assistant, right?
Teacher's assistant. So is that like a substitute, or is that no? Teacher's assistant is like just tell me what it is. Shit, I'm sorry.
Pretty much, I work in special needs, so they have to have extra aides like in the classroom. So I work with special needs kindergartners. So we're just in there, helping the teacher out sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes helping, teach the class. Sometimes making sure the kids, are on task and that.
Love. Is that a full-time thing, full-time gig, or is it?
Technically, it's part-time, but I'm there Monday through Friday. So.
Okay, but you're like half and half. So that's part-time, and you're still out here giving us the information, streaming. Yeah. Putting the information, putting the content in front of the people's faces, man.
Yeah, man. I'm trying my best. It's hard. It's even hard right now, because even with the whole pandemic thing, I'm only at work really for about 3.5 hours. So from 8 to 11:30.
Oh boy.
Yeah, when that ends, or if and when this ends, it's gonna be 8 to 2. So it's 6 hours, and then I haven't been doing it. I'm probably gonna start doing it this weekend or next week. I'm gonna be waking up before work to go to the gym, because that's a whole nother thing, man. I gotta get my body back in shape. I miss being able to compete on the court and being my old self. Okay. Yeah. So there's that, and then this.
Same for me. I gotta get this quarantine 15 off me, man.
Yeah.
I was looking at my old videos. My cheeks are probably about fucking 25% fatter than what they should be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
I'm just sitting at this chair for hours and hours on end.
Yeah.
Editing, playing the game, doing stuff for work. I'm sitting in this chair, wearing this chair the fuck out. So I got to get more active. So I feel you on that, man.
I tell you what, just one little note of advice. I didn't even talk about it yesterday. So say it here. I just got a standing desk, and I'll tell you what, it's a game changer. Wait. All you got to do, you press up and down, put this thing up, and instead of doing so when I edit and stuff, I'm gonna make it a point just to stand up all the time. A little less time sitting down,
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. I might have to try that out, man.
Yeah, man. No, It's a game changer.
Damn.
Actually, it makes me feel more engaged when I'm editing too, when I'm like doing the work. You get a little bit more animated, standing up. You know, your hands get moved a little bit more. You get a little bit more into the work. It's kind of it's a good feeling.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was talking about streaming and creating other forms of revenue and putting the information in front of the people's faces.
Yeah.
What made you start? Because I was looking at your past videos. You were getting busy, 82 and 4, like, you know, just getting super busy before you started bringing out your videos before you started really, really getting fed up. I say prior to BO4, well, before after BO4, that's when you started to actually get, I don't want to say agitated, but you started putting out a different type of content, man. Yeah. Before BO4, you were all about the upload, like the traditional YouTuber or whatever you want to call them. You know, you're dropping videos like, yeah, come check out my video. You know, I did this, did that. Then the information, it changed into what it is, similar to what it is now. Yeah. What made you start YouTube? Did you start on YouTube first?
I did. So, oh man, my YouTube story it's a lot. So basically, I'm gonna just, as long as you got time, so I'm gonna give you the whole scoop, man. Hopefully people hear this and they hop up off my sack a little bit. Okay. God damn. Hey, people, here's the thing. I'm planning on doing it in March. I'm gonna have a whole hopefully, God willing, because of this pandemic and me finding a cameraman and all that jazz. However, I started YouTube basically to do this whole pro thing and brand goal because it was something that I wanted to do with an original group of friends, and one of them I mentioned was Elliot, and I had two others who they in different places right now. I don't really want to bring it up, at least one of them. So because there's a lot of things that people don't know about this whole journey that I've had that are like, it's tough, and I've been having to pretty much carry it. So yeah, basically, yeah, I don't want to put too much of it out there right now because it's sensitive. It's very sensitive stuff that people just simply don't know about and they wouldn't be able to understand. So what I can say is that this has been something in my head since realistically like 2014-ish, because here's the thing. With Call of Duty, I only played the game casually. I never even played a competitive match of Call of Duty until what? Black Ops 3, where I played Arena maybe 10 times. So basically, I was playing, let me give you the timeline. Smash Melee 2001, we'll start there, to 2007, before the Wii comes out. Brawl comes out, the Wii comes out, third generation gaming comes out. I'm still playing Smash, trying to make that work with my friend, but that's a very hard game to play at a high level. I mean, you're talking, it's just a grind. You're talking playing by yourself, working on skills that all these kids and these people complain about who want to remove it from Call of Duty. But we'll get to that after. We'll get to that after. You have to practice these skills by yourself when no one else is watching to be able to keep up with like the average competitor. So I'm like, all right, this is getting hard. Plus, I was going through it with my family, and my parents get divorced, and I'm the oldest of 3. So I got 2 younger brothers. So I've had this whole just mesh of junk.
Gotcha.
My friend, his parents are going through it too. They end up getting divorced. So I'm at the time, I think started in 05, so I'm 13. Didn't end until 2012, like on paper and legal in the courtroom. So I was going through it. And at this time I went to junior college. I was trying to play basketball because that was my other thing that I love to do. Right. I was waking up sometimes 3:30 in the morning to go work out before class at 7 in the park, you know, because I didn't always have a gym to go to, so I was doing that, taking 12, 15 credits and then working full time as well. So I just didn't have time to play games. So I basically, from I want to say 2009, the Modern Warfare 2 is out. I play that game. And at this point, I'm just playing COD. I'm not playing Smash, no more Halo, no none of that. So it's just Call of Duty. Okay. Black Ops 1 comes out, I play that. Modern Warfare 3 comes out, I play these games consistently. Then Black Ops 2 hits, and this is my biggest really regret that I didn't even know, because I didn't know about competitive COD.
Yeah.
And looking back, I played against some of the guys who were playing in tournaments, and it was easy to play against them. I didn't know who I was playing against, but I was so good at the game, I just didn't really care because I thought it was a joke. I didn't know that there was this whole other side.
Right.
Like, what happened was I had too much going on at home.
Mm-hmm.
It was too much. So I stopped playing video games from, I want to say, February or March 2013. So Black Ops 2's lifespan, like the middle of their lifespan. I didn't play a game until March of 2016 or February 2016 during Black Ops 3, because my friend Elliot, he talked me back into it. After my life, it kind of settled down a little bit.
Gotcha.
So I was like, you know what? Let me just finish this stuff up, because if I don't, I don't want to think about it when I'm 30 or whatever, or 40. I start the YouTube. I'm like, well, I guess I could just upload some stuff of me playing the game. I enjoyed Black Ops 3. But the problem started when I noticed the BS happening. And I remember the day it had, like, almost to the T. I want to say I uploaded a video titled Lag Comp Ops 3. That was the title of the video. I need to reshare it. Because I could just tell everybody, hey, this is where it actually started. Because I remember playing a match on Combine. You remember Combine in Black Ops 3?
For sure.
Actually, a really good match.
Definitely love that.
Oh my God. But I'm using the CUDA.
Yep.
First sub. And I'm shooting people. And they're not dying. And it's not just, a little bit of lag or, connection interrupted. No. This is this is full on bullets going through people. And I'm just like, what is going on here? Am I drunk? Am I twisted? Like, what's going on here? So I go back to the theater. I slow down the film. I'm on my point of view. I'm not missing. I'm centered on target. So I go to the other player model, third person camera, slow it down, super slow-mo. Bullets are going through their character model. They're not taking damage. So I'm just like, all right, what in the hell is going on? And that's pretty much, that's how I started to see the nonsense from coming back. Because like you said, for you, it started in Ghost. I didn't really play Ghost at all. I think I played a match maybe once. So I come back, Black Ops 3, all this patent nonsense. It was probably in full effect back then, just not ramped up to the way it is now.
For sure.
So I keep playing the game and I just stick it out. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah. Get some water. Sure.
The problem really started for me in Infinite Warfare.
Okay.
That's when I remember, okay, I'm not getting bullet reg. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I uploaded the shoot first, die first during that game. So, yeah, for me, I want to say Infinite Warfare is where it kind of kicked off. And then I did like the, the Dark Matter stuff, or the Black Sky. I did the whole playlist on that. And during this time, I don't have a team to compete with because guys are just
moving on with life, or
yeah. So Infinite Warfare kind of rolls by. Then World War II is where it changed. That's where, yeah, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. I can right at that laugh. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Man, until this patent video, that was my most viewed video on my channel. And hold
on. You want to take 3 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, bet. I'm gonna go run and get another bottle of water.
World War II. Oh my God. I had never experienced that level of getting joked ever in any COD game ever. Worse than Infinite Warfare, worse than Black Ops 3, worse than anything I'd ever played. And I put that video together. It went nuts. And basically at the same time, I had another family meltdown. So I just couldn't upload for like there's a gap, and you can see it on my channel if you've gone back that far of me uploading videos. It's multiple months. This is part of the reason also why it took me so long to get to where I was at on YouTube. But
for sure,
I just didn't know. Like at that point, I didn't know what the hell to do. I didn't know if I was supposed to quit. I don't know what, because I'm telling you, I tried everything in the book. I looked up everything about NAT type, every internet, ISP.
Right.
I mean, every single thing you could possibly look up. And then,
yo, hey, you know what? I know exactly what you're talking about. That was the, like, coming out of Infinite Warfare, bro. I have the Net Duma, okay? The Net Duma works perfectly on Infinite Warfare. It works good. World War II, it felt like that shit was being overridden. It didn't work at all, man. For the other reason, you know, we have the local servers here on the East Coast, you know, Atlanta, whatever, blah blah blah, Florida. You know where they are, all over the East Coast. I'm still getting lobbies in Memphis, California, South America. You know,
World War II.
On World War II. So I just stopped using it, man. I just stopped using my Net Duma altogether. But I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead. Continue.
No, I think
that's when you felt like something was wrong with the game.
Yeah.
And something's this is deeper than the NAT type. That's what you're saying?
Yeah. It's to the point where it's no longer just about your internet connection and lag.
Right.
Like it's past what I knew at that time was lag compensation. So lag comp. And we all know about that. That's not fair in itself. If I'm paying money for my internet, I should be getting those service in the correct, you know, in-game, what's the word I'm looking for? Functionality from the money I pay for my ISP.
No doubt.
The fact that it could be throttled, you know, that's already BS. Like, come on, bro. And then I found out that Sony, you know, throttles internet speed as well as your ISP. So you're just
that's a fact.
You're out here getting trolled. Like that's grown up stuff. I'm out here paying bills, and what, you gonna throttle my shit? Come on, man.
Yeah.
So, but I'm trying to think of where. So let me keep going, because I could tell you where it started. So that game, I didn't really play World War II. I was known with that. So yeah, I was just like, I had too much going on.
Hell yeah.
Basically, Black Ops, I learned that Black Ops 4 is coming out. So I'm like, all right, it's a Black Ops game. And to this day, I still regret not going to a damn tournament. It was outside of my control as to what happened during that game with the people I had or I was involved with. But in that game, I should have streamed it every single day. That was the game that
you were legit, huh?
Yeah, it's like you don't know if you're going to be that good at another game because of the way the game was just made. And I was like, Jesus, dude.
Bruh.
I was so confident, and I had a team, and we went through all the bells and whistles. We went over all the map sets, all the game modes that we needed to compete. We had set strategies, and we were really good. Like it was like synergy almost when we played, and like everybody could shoot straight. Everybody on the team was capable of dropping 50 plus kills in a competitive match. They've all done it. It was such a great, it was like, wow, this is kind of starting to remind me of my old team before they broke apart. And this might even be better.
For sure.
And then pretty much that was like tough. So I said, all right, whatever. At least I have a team. I enjoyed the hell out of this game. It is what it is. So I'll never forget the day, bro. I don't know what the date was. I think it was April or March of 2019. And they talking about the next COD. Oh, we're going to announce Modern Warfare. I said, oh, it's called Modern Warfare. Really? I'm got my hopes all high.
Bro, the hype train.
Oh, my.
Bro, we drunk I drunk the Kool-Aid. Well, actually, yeah, I drunk the Kool-Aid. I drunk the Kool-Aid. I was like, man, I'm hyped. Yeah. Oh, man, this is going to be the straight up legit, man. Blah, blah, blah.
Man, yeah. I'll never forget it. Somebody announced, oh, they're not going to have a mini map.
Right.
Oh, my God.
That was the start of the bullshit. The mini map. Oh, we're not going to have a mini map. And
I literally was sitting in my apartment at the time, And it was on a video. I was playing it out loud. I must have spit my water out or whatever I was sipping on, because that happened. I spit it out. And I walked into the room and I rewound the video or the live stream or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah, it was one of those live events.
I had to make sure I heard that shit correctly.
Right.
Then when I heard it correctly, I said, oh, this game's done. I think I made a video right then and there. If I didn't, I'm kind of surprised. But I knew at that point, I was like, oh no, this is going to be a problem.
For sure.
This is going to be a problem. Because in my mind, as a competitor, it's like, well, that's how you learn the game and learn map awareness, by paying attention to how the mini map corresponds with the real map around you as you're moving and the other people on the map with you. If you don't have that, you're not learning the game.
That's right.
If the company is going to take that, if Infinity Ward is going to take that out the game, what does that say about them and what direction they're trying to go in? They're turning this thing into a random circus. You just want everybody you want to remove the competitive aspect of it. You want to remove the knowledge and the wisdom from it, which, okay.
Right.
And then they went and did that. And I said, all right, well, this is awful because I'm playing the beta. Now, it's funny, the alpha, I didn't have a problem, which is kind of how it was. That's actually exactly how it was in Cold War. Alpha ran perfect. I'm sitting here dropping 50, 60 kills. The game's running fine. I have the mechanics down. I said, okay, it'll be a good year. Even if it ain't the best COD, it's still COD. I can make it work. Man. And then the beta comes in, and then they, whatever that, what's it called? The, what does it say in the damn patent? That rigid group that you're in? Man, oh man, they clicked the button in the back room. I joke around. I say, Joe Seaside, he got a rat or something with a t-shirt that says, you know, Joe on the back, and that rat starts chewing up them damn wires.
Yeah.
And bro, I swear, what you see on my screen is just, it's an abomination. And it's so, like, for me, it's hard to even, like, unless you're a good enough player, it's not going to make sense. And the majority of people who play Call of Duty are just not, I want to say like 85 to 90% of COD players are either average or below.
Okay.
At best, in terms of just like overall skill, in terms of centering your gun, shooting your gun, knowing how to aim, knowing how to turn corners, knowing where people are going to be. That's the stuff that most people don't know. So unless you understand these things and you look at what's going on, it wouldn't make sense, especially the way I try to articulate things. But goddamn, Modern Warfare. I mean, like, I couldn't even, I mean, and if you see my Modern Warfare videos, which I don't know if you have, and to the people who have seen them, you literally can't make the things up that were happening to me in that game. And that's when it changed. That's the point that I was trying to get to.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what it was, but I did a review and I was like, this game's the worst Call of Duty of all time. I made a shoot first, die first in the beta.
I think I did the same thing, dude.
Yeah, in the beta. So I didn't even wait for the full release of the game because it was too much. I'm sat here using the MP. It didn't matter what gun I used. It didn't matter what gun I had. It didn't matter if I shot first. It didn't matter if I shot second. I used to purposely try to shoot second to see if it will make a difference. And the sad part is sometimes I would get kills like that, which is like, all right, this is just stupid.
Big cheese. Yeah.
Like, why is that in the game? Who is coding this in? Because someone has to code that in. Someone has to choose to make that decision and manifest that into the code. So the game runs that way. And I'm just sat there like, all right, no. I got to do something because this is too much. Nobody's talking about it. The pros are sat here. I'm watching their streams. They're all just pissed off, but they're not talking.
Yes. Yes.
And I'm just looking at these guys. I'm looking at Scump. I'm looking at, I don't know if you follow the pros scene, but
yeah, a little bit.
I'm looking at the guys who generally, they know what's going on. I look at Crim 6. I look at Slasher over there on 100 Thieves. And I could just see the look on their face like, yeah. I'm just waiting like, hello, can somebody do something? Like, you guys know this is trash, but you're not saying anything. Like, and back then it was still 5-on-5. There were 80 professional players. Like, why are you guys not in a room together handling these problems? Or at least talking about it, voicing it. You know the game's not competitive. Like, I could go on and on about Modern Warfare. Just first off, the frames. Let's talk about the hertz. We're playing custom games on 12 hertz servers.
God damn.
12. Like,
yeah.
Are you serious, dude? This is a $500 million so-called professional league. Are you kidding? Pandemic or not, you got me messed up. Like,
right.
And then, so not only is the tick rate is off, the frame rate is off because the devs just screwed it up during an update. So the game, what you're playing and looking at on screen, it might as well be a coin toss or the roll of a dice or a die. Like,
yeah,
that's just the tick rate and the frames. Forget about the maps. Actually, before we get to the maps, like, can we talk about the spawn system? I mean, good God.
Let's talk about it. Let's do it.
Why the hell? Okay, so hard point. Why in the hell are hard points across the map from each other? What type of sense does that make? Because and this is my competitive mind coming into play. If one hard point is, generally speaking, the first hard point on every map is in some center point of the map. It doesn't have to be the dead center, but it's going to be towards the center line of the map.
Okay.
If you put the next one, so what happens is you want to be able to chain them together by getting the kills, paying attention to the timer. Then as you start to get the waves of kills, you start to move towards where the next point's going to be to get the spawn, right? So
right.
You can rack up more points.
Yeah.
Why in the living hell are y'all putting points across map from each other where literally it takes like 15, 20 seconds to run to them? Why is the map structured that way? Number one. Number two, why are the spawns spawning you next to the other point when everybody is still on one side of the map?
Right.
What? That's not competitive. You're just handing people stuff.
That's true.
And then you get control of the side. You think, okay, we got this held. Kill somebody. Where do they spawn? Oh,
next side.
Right beside you. And you're like, whoa. And like this is happening on live when you got the casters doing the tournaments. And they're sat there like, oh, well, that's one hell of a spawn. I didn't expect that one to happen. Like, really? Me either, clown.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm just sat here watching all this and I'm just like, no. If I'm still going to do this, someone has to talk about this stuff. You have to be unapologetic. You got to get it to the point. Okay, no, this is just unacceptable. I don't care how much you're trying to help out the low skilled player, which to me is just, that's not how it should be because it's not how life is. So why would you put it in a video game and try to teach it to kids? Like, to me, that's very sinister and manipulative on Activision's part. Like, that's not, I mean, people say, oh, you're pushing it serious. It's just a game, but it's just a game can turn into many other aspects of life, as I'm sure you and I are well aware of. But
for sure.
I just, my bad. Go ahead.
I think we're diving deep into it. We might as well, jump into it.
Yeah.
Since
it's fine.
We're skating along the edges of it. You're putting in perspective of when you first started to notice something was wrong with the game, and it was deeper than your internet connection. It was deeper than your PlayStation or Xbox settings or what speed of internet you have, or whether you have your controller plugged into the console or whatnot. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Let's talk about it, man. Let's get it out. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it.
So, this patent,
the patent
warfare.
How did you patent warfare? How did you find out about the patent?
So